close-in weapon system, often pronounced CIWS, is a point defense weapon for detecting and destroying short-range incoming missiles and enemy aircraft which have penetrated the outer defenses, typically mounted shipboard in a naval capacity. Nearly all classes of modern warships are equipped with some kind of CIWS device. There are two types of CIWS systems. A gun-based CIWS usually consists of a combination of radars, computers, and multiple-barrel, rotary rapid-fire cannons placed on a rotating gun mount. Missile systems use infra-red, passive radar ESM or semi-active radar terminal guidance to guide missiles to the targeted enemy aircraft or other threats. In some cases, CIWS are used on land to protect military bases. Gun systems. A gun-based CIWS usually consists of a combination of radars, computers, and multiple-barrel, rotary rapid-fire cannons placed on a rotating, automatically aimed gun mount. Examples of gun-based CIWS products in operation are, AK-630, DARDO, Denel 35mm dual-purpose gun, Goalkeeper CIWS, Kashtan CIWS, Meroka CIWS, Myriad CIWS, Oerlikon Millennium 35mm naval revolver gun system, Phalanx CIWS, Sea Zenith, Type 730 CIWS. Limitations of gun systems short range, the maximum effective range of 20mm gun systems is about 4,500 meters. Systems with lighter projectiles have even shorter range. The expected real-world kill distance of an incoming anti-ship missile is about 500 m or less, still close enough to cause damage to the ship unregistered trademark S sensor or communication arrays, or to wound or kill exposed personnel. This also makes the time frame for interception relatively short. For supersonic missiles moving at 1,500 meters per second, it is approximately 1/3 of a second. Limited kill probability. Even if the missile is hit and damaged, this may not be enough to destroy it entirely or to alter its course enough to prevent the missile, or fragments from it, from hitting its intended target, particularly as the interception distance is short. This is especially true if the gun fires kinetic energy-only projectiles. Guns can only fire at one target at a time. Switching targets may take up to 1 second to retrain the gun. A gun must predict the target's course and aim at the predicted position. Modern anti-ship missiles make intentional erratic moves before impact, reducing the probability of being hit by unguided projectiles. Comparison of some current CIWS. Missile systems. Missile systems do not have the same limitations as gun systems. Because of their greater range, a missile CIWS can also be dual-used as a short-ranged area defense, the anti-air weapon, eliminating the need for a second mount for this role. After an inertial guidance phase, a CIWS missile relies on infrared, passive radar ESM or semi-active radar terminal guidance, or a combination of these. The ESM mode is particularly useful since most long-range anti-ship missiles use radar to home in on their targets. Some systems allow the launch platform to send course correction commands to the missile in the inertial guidance phase. A drawback of the missile system is the low number of immediately available projectiles and longer reload cycles and higher costs per shot in training. A further advantage of the gun system is the fact that a fired projectile cannot be jammed or lured away from its trajectory by active electronic or infrared countermeasures. For this reason, larger military vessels are often protected by combinations of both systems. Examples include, 9K-33 OSA missile, is used on various Russian ships. 9K-331 missile, used by the Russian Navy, it is stored and fired from vertical launching systems of various ships. It, along with the TOR missile system, is the first air defense system designed from ground up to intercept precision-guided munitions like the AGM-86A LCM-9M311 missile, used by the Russian and Chinese navies as part of the Kashtan CIWS gun missile system. Barak 1, an Israeli point defense missile system also used by Indian Navy. Barak 8, jointly developed by Israel and India. Crotail NG, Headquarters 7 missile, a Chinese missile system, standard for all ships. RIM-116 rolling airframe missile, jointly developed by the US and Germany. It is used extensively on German warships and many American ones. C-RAM is a plan to make the Phalanx sensor system with an 11-missile ram launcher, SAGRAL, using a version of the Mistral missile, C-Sprint, using the ADATS missile, modernized Sea-Wolf, Sea-Sparrow Block 1, missile used by the Nimitz-class carriers, and other USN ships, as a short to medium-range anti-aircraft weapon. Evolved Sea-Sparrow missile, used aboard all Sea-Sparrow-capable warships, plus other warships of the Netherlands, Canadian, Spanish, Japanese, Turkish and Australian navies. Land-based CIWS. CIWS are also used in a land-based anti-mortar and missile defense role to protect fixed and temporary bases and other facilities. On a smaller scale, active protection systems are used in some tanks, and several are in development. The DROST system was deployed on Soviet naval infantry tanks in the early 1980s, but later replaced by explosive reactive armor. Other systems that are available or under development are the Russian, Israeli, American and the South African Swedish. Laser CIWS systems. Laser-based CIWS systems are being researched. In August 2014 an operational prototype was deployed to the Persian Gulf aboard USS Ponce. The Scientific and Technological Research Council of Turkey is the second organization after the US to have developed and tested a high-power laser CIWS prototype system which is intended to be used on the TF-2000 class frigate and on Turkish airborne systems. See also, Active Protection System, Metal Storm, Armor-Piercing Discarding Sabot. References. External links, Spanish CIWS system Meroca.